My friends, I am Kathy Weaver, and I love being an author and a speaker and a trainer. And many times I am asked to do presentations for various organizations. Obviously, pre-COVID, it was in person. Now, of course, it's virtual, posting parties, things like that. But one of the things that always happens is, please send me your bio. Do you have a bio? And let's talk about how to write a bio today. And the reason for that is when you are asked to do a speaking gig, it is like, let's get this done like right now kind of thing. And so the next thing is much of the time you don't have time to start from scratch, shall we say. And so let's think in terms of how to write a bio. And then once it's written, it's very easily editable depending upon your presentation for that group. Now, on the flip side of that, I have a distinction between my actual full bio and a promo page. Okay, so I've written 4 books, and so if someone wants to talk about a specific topic that related to whichever book it would be, the bio piece that I would send them is different than the entire bio if they just want to know who I am and why they should purchase a water machine from me. So the bio part is a little bit different, I think, than a promo page. Now, the good news is for me, I can take pieces of the bio and copy paste that into the promo page. And that way I've got the topic that the group wants already basically written with a few little tweaks aimed more specifically at their organization. So let's think about that. So there are how-tos all over the place about bios, but for me, and I may actually take a look at one of mine. For me, I always put the pictures at the top of the bio, which means I have my headshot, of course, and then all 4 of my book covers. The reason for that is, first of all, quite frankly, as an author and a trainer and a speaker, it makes you stand out a little bit more if you have written books and people want to see them. They want to see that you actually have written books. And so that's part of the piece. And then within the body of the bio, I always write in 3rd person. And the reason for that is most of the time when I'm being introduced, obviously they would be speaking in 3rd person. So rather than have them have to edit, I write in 3rd person already. So whoever's introducing me won't have to change their verbiage, just literally. So Kathy Weaver was networking since 2008. Kathy Weaver this, Kathy Weaver that, okay? The piece for me that is super duper important is let people know a little bit about your background. How did you start your business? Why did you start your business? Why did you write your first book? What was the prompting? And for me, that gives people kind of a bit of an overview, if you will, for wanting to know why they should hire you to speak instead of Susie down the street. So think about that. Also, the titles of your books are important to put in the body of the letter of the bio. And then the rest of the story is awards that you have received. This is not a braggadocious conversation. This is a why, again, would they have you as a speaker when she could do it? And so think about the awards that you've gotten that would be impactful, okay, that would resonate with this particular organization that you're in, or something that would be universally known. So I got the national award for this, or I got the civic award for this, or I got the hospitality award for that. Think in terms of what the organization would like to hear. So what awards have you achieved that you would like to share in your bio? And the piece for me that is super important is let people know about your podcast, about your vodcast, a lot about different places where you already have spoken. That's always impactful. If you're an international speaker, if you're an international trainer, if you train with your company, if you train on different topics, stretch it out just a little bit from a standpoint of the reach will be bigger when you let people know all the different things that you're able to accomplish. What happens if you get to your gig and all of a sudden they say, the first speaker didn't show up, could you incorporate a little bit of into yours. Of course, flexibility, absolutely. And so please think in those types of terms, what it would look like to be a speaker, a trainer, a coach, an author, a networker, whatever that is, and incorporate a little bit of that. And many times, just so you know, when you're talking to a group, to an organization, I usually get there at least 30 minutes ahead of when most people would. And the main reason for that is I introduce myself to the server, the wait staff for sure. One event I went to, I actually asked to speak to the kitchen team, and they were all like, "Oh my gosh, do you have dietary restrictions? Is something wrong?" They had the whole conference room. Well, I suppose that would be called a ballroom at this point, but it was huge. It was amazing, and attention to detail, the place cards, the napkins with little bows around. I mean, it was beautiful. And I wanted to tell the staff who had done that, I said, this is impactful. And having the room set up so beautifully, the entire auditorium could see from wherever they sat. And that to me was a very big deal. And so I wanted to thank the team as soon as I got there. Oh my gosh. And then I had a helper. This person was selling my books in the back of the room. What else can I get you? Do you need anything? Unloading the car, all of those things. And that was provided for me by the speaker, the speaker coordinator. And I was impacted by that as well, because that doesn't happen in every single organization that you speak for. And so I am always very impacted by the gratitude piece myself. So I make sure I reciprocate that as much as possible. So the promo page is important. The bio is important. Meeting the team ahead of time when you get there. Plus, what that does is during your speaking event, then you're able to say, oh, I got to meet Diane earlier. She is incredible. Thank you so much, Tina, for being a part of this particular organization. This is so beautiful, and I'm thrilled to be here. Charles, this was amazing, and you should be incredibly proud of your organization. I'm sure that you are. Let's give them a round of applause. And so each of those pieces at different events that you go to would be impactful for the next person speaking, shall we say. And so you've kind of provided a segue, if you will. And it all starts by, would you like to speak to our group? And the answer is yes. Here's my bio. Here's my promo page. Here's some of the things I've done, and here's some of the topics we'll be discussing. So all of those things wrapped up together equals an opportunity for you to be on podcasts, for you to be on vodcasts, for you to be guest speakers for interviews, whatever that looks like for you. But having your bio and or your promo page set up ready to go is really awesome. And by the way, have you put your bio on your website? When people have a contact us or contact you or whatever that looks like, do you have your bio there? Is it current? Is it up to date? And remember, in my case, it's third person because I want people to be able to use it when they introduce me, and then they won't have to do any editing. Thank you, my friends. I wanted to just share a little bit about how to write a bio, the pieces that are important, certainly your contact information, what you've accomplished, what you've achieved, awards, etc., how long you've been in business, why you started, why you are where you are today, the journey a little bit. And then once people get to see you in person or virtually, they will kind of feel like they know you already, which is actually the name of the game when it comes to building relationships. How to write a bio, how to write a promo page. I hope this was helpful, at least to get you started. Thanks so much. I'm Kathy Weaver, and I can't wait to see your bio.